Now, Effective Communication with Phil Zeller, CEO, Dale Carnegie, Southwest Michigan.
So have you traveled recently? Have you been to the airport? So there I was. I travel a lot, and I was traveling the airport the other week, and I couldn't help but notice. I shared this with you before. I'm a people watcher. I'll admit I'm watching what people are doing. I'm studying what people are doing. Heck, people pay me good money to figure out why people do or don't do what they do. So I've got to study people. It's what I do for a living, right? And I'm happy to share with you what I found out about people and effective communication here on the show. Phil Zeller with you as always. So there I was traveling, and I noticed something at the airport. We're still wearing the COVID wardrobe out there. It's COVID still out there with the wardrobe going out the airport. Now, some of you are saying, "Come on, Phil, you're judging, right? You're judging the wardrobe." I said, "No, you know what? I go to the airport and I watch, and I understand people dress differently at the airport." And it's based on what they're doing. If they're just traveling, they're just flying, and they have time to change their clothes for wherever they're going, yeah, they're going to either get in some very comfortable clothes or they're going to get in some very utilitarian clothes based upon how they pack their luggage and how they're traveling. But there's reasons for the way they dress when they go to the airport. And my point is just that today to share with you, is that you get an impression of people by the way they dress. Whether you like it or not, whether I like it, whether you like it, is really, I'm sorry, it's irrelevant to me and you, because people are going to judge us. And some people say within milliseconds they're judging us. And I've always said 3 to 7 seconds, maybe because I give people time to process, right? But the reality is that there is an impression that we make on people. And the first thing they see is us. And how do we keep ourselves? What's our attire? Are we groomed? Do we look good? Do we look confident? And as I'm walking through the airport, I'm seeing a lot of people that are still wearing the COVID wardrobe. And I ask myself, that's kind of behind us now. But why are people doing it? Well, if you talk to somebody, they'll say, well, I'm comfortable in it. Okay, I'm comfortable in it. The question is, are you confident in it? And I'll give you an example. As a kid growing up, I was the youngest of 5 kids within 6 years. So my wardrobe growing up was all hand-me-downs. And some of you listening, oh, yeah, I remember that. And, of course, I remember every pair of jeans that I got when I was a kid had patches on the knees. Now, I don't know if your jeans had patches. I don't know if the patches ever came back. The rips and the tears in our jeans when I grew up, you know what? They were there because we put them there when we were playing. We didn't tear up our jeans. We didn't try to cut our jeans because our mother would, of course, say, "What did you do to your jeans? Now I got to put a patch on them." And my mom would put patches on the jeans. And so by the time I got them, being the youngest of 3 boys, it was the third lifespan for the jeans, and they had patches on them, and they had stitched up tears in them. And I'm thinking maybe I should have saved on those jeans. I can make a lot of money these days with that pair of jeans that look like those with what people are buying, right? And funny thing about it was I thought to myself, wouldn't it be cool one day to grow up and be able to afford something nice, to have some actual new clothes, some clothes that I actually picked out and clothes that I liked. And as I grew up, I thought, one day that's going to be possible. One day I'm going to work really hard, and I'm not just going to have to wear clothes that were given to me or handed down to me. And so as life progressed, one of the goals I set in my life is I wanted to dress for success. And I was taking a course, and it was a course back in college, and I really wanted to make it in the professional world. So I took a course, and it was Dress for Success was the name of the course. And I remember the woman who taught the class, she always just looked perfect. Her hair, her makeup, her outfit, man, she just walked off a Vogue magazine or something. She was always amazing. But the thing about it, when you talked to her, she was really down to earth, and she would share with you why. And she taught me this lesson in the course. She said, "Phil, dress for the occasion. Dress for the occasion. Wear the attire that is expected within that group that you're going to, and dress accordingly." She goes, and the secret is do a +1. And I said, well, what's the +1? And she goes, add something to your attire that you like, that's special, that gives you that little bit more confidence because it's you coming through. So dress appropriately for the event and add something to give yourself a little flair, something that says this is uniquely me and builds that confidence. And that always stuck with me. And so as I've gone out in life, I've always thought, dress appropriately and add something of flair that says this is part of me. This is who I am, and it's important to me. And by doing this, it will increase your confidence. It will also put off a better impression of people, and because you've thought about the impression you're putting out there. So my challenge to you is this. Take the wisdom of one of my mentors who said, those first impressions are real. Make sure you dress appropriately for the situation. And do the +1. Add something to your attire that gives you a little confidence, a little boost, right? So go out, do yourself a favor. It's time to move beyond COVID. We talked about this before. Let's move beyond. Let's update the wardrobe, and let's go out and look confident and look competent, because you know what? You owe it yourself to do it. Now go make it happen.